Welcome back to Real TV, and I'm Stephen King, the real Stephen King. And I appreciate all the support, the comments that people have left on my videos, the likes. It continues to empower me on my journey and my vision for life. So I appreciate that, man. I give y'all great thanks. You know, you will never find happiness or peace when you're not living your purpose. You'll find yourself going in circles in life instead of moving forward. And your purpose is different. That's why success may seem like a monolithic thing, but for all people, success is different because we have different values. We have different ideas and thoughts and dreams on how we wish to live within this earth. But for a long time, what kept me from my purpose is because I had been through so many trials and tribulations already in my life that what I thought was peace at that time, that's what I sought. You know, once you come into an understanding of God and you see yourself on God's mission, then you understand that it's a lot of pushback in this world. It's a lot of different authorities and powers that hate God. And for the men that serve God, they become an enemy to the world. That's why it says in order to serve God, you can't love the world. You can't serve two masters. You either love one and hate the other. So the men that you have seen that came to this earth that truly serve God, they went through a lot. They was in prison. They was murdered. And I got an understanding of that. I said, man, hey, whew, that's a hard road to travel. That's a very hard road to travel. You know, I've had conversations with family, friends about this. You know, a lot of times you see these big ministers of these big churches. You see the houses, you see the cars, you see the jewelry, you see the lifestyles. And for a lot of people, they say, man, those people are truly blessed. That God is just blessing them and blessing them and blessing them. But I'm going to ask y'all this question. Do you think Malcolm X was a man of God? Do you think Khalid Muhammad was a man of God? Do you think Martin Luther King was a man of God? Do you think they were successful in a mission? Were they wealthy men? Did they have mega churches? Did they have Bentleys, Rolexes, diamonds? Did they live long lives? Did Jesus live a long life? Did Jesus have mansions? Did Jesus have gold and diamonds? Who was Jesus at war with? The Roman government. Jesus went to jail. Jesus was executed. So you have to really be careful when making judgments about people, especially God's people. Seeing men with hundreds of millions of dollars mansions, Rolexes, Benzes, and speaking out into existence that these people are highly blessed and favored by God, because these are some of the worst devils, tricksters, manipulators that the devil has to offer to deter you from the truth. You know, walking with God, it's not easy. You know, they say in the Bible that the devil took Jesus to a mountaintop and told him that if he would serve him, he would make him ruler of nations. You know, this cult mentality inside of America is by design. You know, all of these people that I have identified not by name, but by possession, character. These people have cult followings. That's why they could tell their congregations, I need this, I need a jet, I need a $75 million jet. I need 10,000. I need 20,000. This is why this is possible, because people really believe that these people are blessed, that they're favored by God. And when the curtain gets pulled back, and the curtain have been pulled back on a lot of these people, you will see that they are really servants of the devil and not the Most High. You will see that some of the most richest people in the world are some of the most nastiest, vile, evilest people that the world has to offer. So we have to be careful about what we define as success. We have to be careful about the things that we allow inside of our heart, inside of our mind, in terms of looking at our life and our conditions. To say that, hey, I'm truly not blessed. Because you are blessed. But you're not using the tools that God has given you because you have allowed yourself to be misled. Material possessions doesn't define success. The peace within you to be able to get up and look at yourself in the mirror and be proud of what God has developed, God has created, is success. You're living in a world full of smoke and mirrors. And what you are told to be right and exact is very far from the truth. So you have to be careful on who you allow to define the world for you, who you allow to define success for you, because you should be the only one to determine what success looks like for you. No matter where you are on this earth, it's nothing that can stop you from being successful. I don't care if you're sitting on death row. And if you become a student of this earth, you will understand that. You know, it's a man by the name of Curtis Carroll that's in California right now, incarcerated. He's called the San Quentin Oracle because he decided while incarcerated to start trading stocks and became very successful at it. And when people first found out about his dream and his vision while in prison, they thought he was crazy. They thought he was weird. Just thought he was out of his mind. But he has proved the world wrong. He proved all the people around him wrong, that he's known around the world right now. And a lot of people are trying to figure out how a quote unquote illiterate man could get so far while locked up inside a hellhole. The same thing with Tookie Williams, becoming an author, becoming a mentor, being nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize while sitting on death row. It shocks the world. But the people that have an understanding of God, it doesn't shock them because they know what God created, because God doesn't create junk. But if you fail to use the tools that God gives you, then you become unsuccessful in this earth. When you allow yourself to be misled by false prophets, false teachers, fork-tongued devils, then you become unsuccessful. When you let others in this world define what success is for you, you become unsuccessful. Start praying more. Start talking to your Creator. Ask the Creator if you're serious about peace and success. To become one with you, start fasting. Start cleaning out all that junk, all them lies, all the deception that has been given to you. Start fasting from all those things. And you'll begin to hear God's voice. But I'm going to talk to you guys later, man. Y'all make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And I'll definitely be back with more content. Peace.